Yes, yes. The LA Leakers.
Yeah.
On Power 106.
Yeah.
Just incredible DJ Sour Milk.
Hey.
The Liftoff Show. Joey Badass is here, man.
Oh, man. Glad to be back, man.
Good
Glad
to have you back on the show.
Always good to be here.
And every time you come up, it's just continued growth, man. That means we still cooking out here.
You already know. We always cooking.
That's right. That's right. I know the new album is on the way.
Yes, sir.
Real
soon, April 7th, you know, for those people who don't know.
Yes.
And, yeah, it's on the way.
Now
real soon.
Some big features I seen
on
there.
The features on there. We're going to get to all that. We're going to
okay,
get to all
that.
American Badass is the title.
All-Amerikkkan Badass.
All-Amerikkkan Badass.
Yeah.
And, you know, American is spelled very uniquely.
Yeah.
Why'd you choose, you know, that spelling and what's the thought process behind the title of the album?
I think, you know, that spelling really fits the mood, the concept, and, you know, the message of the album, because it's like, that's the side of the country that, like, I'm really addressing and referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dope name, man. It's definitely got people talking, man. Joey Badass doing what he does, man.
Yes, sir.
So talk to us about, you know, the brand new video for Land of the Free is out.
Yep.
Amazing video.
Thank you.
Song is incredible.
Thank you.
Where'd you shoot that video at?
I shot that out here.
Right here in Cali?
Yeah, like right by the was it the Simi Valley?
Oh, Simi Valley, okay.
Simi
It
Valley.
had the desert vibes. Okay.
Yeah. I shot some literally in the valley, and then the scene with the kids I shot in the valley, and then the desert scene was like a desert that was like probably another hour out from Simi Valley. I forget the name of it, but yeah.
That's what's up, man. So we know that the music has been keeping you busy. Is there a reason you took a break from the acting stuff? Is it cause the music?
I didn't take a break.
I'm saying I haven't. You did the Mr. Robot stuff, but
is there more in the works for you?
I mean, you know, after I did Mr. Robot, you know, I went on tour with Q, so I couldn't, you know, do no roles while I was on the road. But I've actually been auditioning for a lot of roles lately.
Is that weird for you, man, to audition, like being such an established? I don't know. It always sounds weird to me when people say they have to.
It actually helps me.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, when I go into a room and like I perform for these casting directors, like, you know, my performance on the stage translates. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, I bring that over with me. Like, I already got that performance factor aspect about me, you know what I'm saying, that I understand. So
is that harder than performing on stage?
Not at all. That's the thing. Like, with memorizing lines, is like, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I write raps and then I gotta memorize them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the same thing. It's like, you know, every time I go into an audition, I think about it like, there's gonna be all these different people that's gonna audition for the same role as you, but nobody can do it the way you're gonna do it.
Of course.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna wear that one character different.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna wear that character the same. So just, you know, be the best you in that character. Like, it's how I be looking at it. You know what I'm saying? And I just try to be really comfortable with it.
And at such a young age, man, I don't know, 22, 23 years old. How do you 22 years old? How do you stay so in tune with what's going on in the world? Like, not just hip hop. Your message is always, you know, very clear. You're always, you know, leading the youth, you know, down the right path. How do you stay so in tune? Like, where does this come from? You know what I mean?
You know, I keep up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in a generation too where it's almost hard to not stay in tune. Yeah. With like at least what's going on amongst the overall picture. You know,
it's almost like you're forced
consensus.
Into it, right?
I mean, not consensus, census. You know what I mean? And so it's and then being the type of person that you are, you're gonna dive into things deeper. You know, if you want to know more about it and stuff like that, if you want to become more aware and stuff like that, like, you know what I'm saying?
But I give you credit because you know, there's a lot of 22-year-olds out there just like, where are we going for the weekend and getting drunk? You know what I mean? But you've definitely got an amazing message. You're passionate, and it definitely shines in the art.
To be honest, like, it comes with having great power, and then great power comes with having great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm aware, like, with this album, this is me speaking from a standpoint where I started to feel responsible, not for what's happening, but for how we can change it.
When you have a voice,
you know what I mean?
like
Exactly.
Right.
So you know, this album, I'm speaking from that standpoint where it's like everything that's been happening, everything that we've been seeing, like in the news, that's been affecting us, you know, as a collective conscious. This is like, you know, me as an artist, you know, knowing that I have this power, I have this voice, and then, you know, when these things happen, I almost feel like helpless or responsible. So this is me just, you know, this is what I did about it.
Yeah.
In a way, this new music, this new body of work.
Yeah.
Like, this is not about me at all. It's about us.
Of course.
It's about the all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I barely talked about myself in this. Like, I talk about us and where we at and what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we've obviously talking about the album. I've seen a couple of the features. And what about like producers and stuff that you got on the?
So I kept it in house.
Okay.
A lot for the most part. So I got 1-900, Kirk Knight, Chuck Strangers, Powers Pleasant, Statik Selektah.
Dope.
These are all my in-house guys. The only two guys who I got from the outside, and they both happen to be from the West Coast, is Like from Pac Div
Okay.
and DJ Khalil.
Dope, man.
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Legend.
And features on the album, Schoolboy Q's on the album.
Yes,
who
sir.
you toured with.
Yes, sir.
And is that how the vibe came about for getting him on a track for
Oh,
the
yeah,
album?
yeah. It was real natural. Like, you know, to be honest, as soon as I recorded that record, like, I knew instantly. I was like, oh, yeah, Q gotta get on this.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it.
You
like,
heard him
right
on it
away.
already.
Like, I already heard him on it. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely the Q feature right here. And then, you know, I sent it to him, and he was like, yo, I got you. And he
Super
just
dope.
did it. Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
dope. Looking forward to hearing
And
that.
what is it about? I don't know, man. Like, I feel like the younger generation, you know, like yourself, the Cole, like the newer cats are, you know, to touch back on this, you know, being very aware of your surroundings. Like, I feel like it's the younger cats that are the ones really out here pushing the message.
Yeah.
You know what it is like, you know, is this new generation we're more open-minded with shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No offense to the older heads
That's
and
true,
shit,
it's true.
but it's like we just look at, like, we just ask so many more questions.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
that's how we are.
We don't just go based off of solely what we're told anymore.
Dope,
That's
man.
that's
It's
real
very
talk.
true. It's
Yeah.
very true.
That's real talk, man. That's crazy. So, what's up, man? What else can we look forward to, man, from Joey Badass, man?
A lot of things, man.
We need to see you on that screen more, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't worry, man. I've been taking a lot of auditions, like I said, you know what I mean? So hopefully something comes back real soon, something big that we can all be excited about. But Mr. Robot Season 3 is coming.
Okay.
And I will be featured in that.
Oh, dope.
So, yeah, you could definitely look forward to seeing me in that.
Dope.
And, you know, more everything, man. But most importantly, I just want to continue to grow as an artist and as a human being.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man.
Is that
Spread
something?
good vibes to the world.
Do you worry about like getting sidetracked, man? Trying to take on two, I guess, careers, if you could say.
Yo, to be honest, like, this is the point in my life where I'm feeling it the most. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, to the public eyes, like, you know, he's a rapper, actor, and then I see he's doing modeling on the side or some shit too.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, really I'm doing way more than that. I'm also designing, you know what I'm saying? And I really am hands-on with everything that I do. You know, I'm directing,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm also managing a whole record label, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that go on behind closed doors that people will never know because, you know, the cameras is not there for it. And, you know, these are things that starting to take a toll on me just as a person. Like, I'm starting to realize, like, yo, I ain't got no time for myself. You know what I'm saying? I got to start making time for myself to do hobbies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just recently I started going to the pool hall every night.
Dope.
Just because that's something I love to do.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic. Like, I get to take my mind off of work because I'm a type of person, I'm a workaholic, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't stop working.
You
know what I'm saying? And my schedule is from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work in some shape or form. You know what I mean? If I ain't, especially if I ain't in no social media wormhole, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking working my ass off, bro. Hell yeah. And that's real.
Let's talk about the social media game and how you know things get taken out of context.
Word.
Now, you know, as soon as we, you know, they told us Joey was coming up on the show, a lot of people, we tweeted out like, what do you want us to ask Joey Joey. And of course, All-Amerikkkan Badass is coming very soon on the 17th of April. But us being from LA, I know you had mentioned that, you know, maybe the Tupac comments that went crazy virally were kind of spun incorrectly over the media. So I wanted to make sure we gave you a platform to just kind of explain
clear it up,
what you really meant. Because I know you had put out the tweet, which I commend you for.
Yeah.
But you know how it goes, man.
Right.
All
and me,
eyes on
I
you.
ain't gonna lie, I get really defensive when it comes to like the world attacking me and shit. I'm like, oh no, you ain't about to attack me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, what I do want to say is, you know, from just looking at it from the mature standpoint, is like, that's something that like the artist should never have to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? I do want to put that out there first. You know what I'm saying? That's something that the artist should never have to say. But, you know, at the same time, what the people don't know is I was conversing with my man, Rob Markman.
Right. Okay.
This is my man for like, you know, many years since I first came into the game.
Right.
So there was a level of comfort that was there when we were speaking, you know what I'm saying?
And in these interviews, that's what happens.
Exactly. It's like even politicking with y'all right now, it's like it's easy to forget that the cameras is here.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm connecting with y'all on the real level. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely another aspect of it. Like me just like, you know what I'm saying? And me and him, we on the same level. Like he know exactly what I mean when I say that. And he know it's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
And when I first heard it, I'm like, well, I think artists should believe that they're the best.
That's what I was going to say. This is rap, man.
It's
this
a
is
sport.
You're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to think you're the fucking best.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Exactly. But like, you know, besides that point though, like, you know, there's the people out there who never heard Joey Badass music.
Right.
So they
the
like
first impression of you might have been that.
Exactly.
You know
so they're like, who the fuck are you? Like how the fuck are you better than how? Nigga, like what? You haven't done nearly, and it's like, bro, I know, like I'm not saying that.
Literally,
you know what I'm saying? Like Pac is literally my biggest influence when it comes to just being a person.
That was the ironic
you know what I'm
part.
saying?
That's like your favorite artist.
Exactly. So it's just like, yeah, you know, people took it the wrong way, but you know, I'm a man, so I'm always going to stand by what I said. You know, I ain't going to try to change. That's why I put out that first part that, you know, that was the wrong part of me, you know, looking at it from a mature standpoint, but at the same time you got to understand what was going on and everything. But you know, it is what it is. For those of you who've still never heard Joey Badass music, I advise you to go check it out. New album on the way, April 7th. And it's gonna be really great, really big, man. And
lot going on, man, for sure. Also, J. Cole on the album, man. You got a Cole feature. I
know, right? This don't happen.
That does not happen.
Who got a Cole feature besides the Jamal one? Besides that,
I know.
What rapper got a Cole feature?
I mean,
that's real.
I'm sorry, I got
Greenville Cats, of course, the family got, but I mean, it's not a lot of Cole features. That fly out there, man.
Damn, that's real. I'm trying to think right now.
I'm sorry, I gotta big myself up on that.
This is like one of those songs we can't wait to hear. So when the conversation happened, you know, my homies here was putting me up on the whole story about the false prophet borrow from your Waves track. Was you like, nah, it's all good, homie, just get me later?
So
that that rolls out?
Let me explain the story.
Okay.
All right, so you know, in the summer of we're in 2017, right? Yeah. In the summer of 2016, you know, Cole hits me up like, yo, you around, I want you to hear something. So I'm thinking like he want me to get on the track or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm in New York, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? I'm hit Cincinnati, I'm there. So, you know, we link up, I come to the studio, we politicking, and then he like, I want to play you this record. Right, so I'm like, okay, I'm still thinking it's like a track for me to hop on and shit. Right. So before he plays me the record, he goes down into like the whole breakdown of the record, why he did it, and this is before I even know that, you know, what it is.
Okay, so
you know
he's
what I'm saying?
You the theme of the whole record.
He's not even giving me the theme. He's giving me the reason why he even came to writing to that record.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, he wrote it at a time of his life where, like, you know, he was home off tour, like he finally, basically like where I'm at now, like he finally got back to doing the things that he used to do. It just made him happy, like sitting on the couch watching Netflix or going on YouTube and just browsing beats.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So one day he was writing and he resorted to his old way of writing, which was, you know, going on YouTube and writing to beats, you know, which is what most of us do.
Yeah.
So he comes across the Waves beat and he's like, yo, like, you know, he knew it was mine and everything, but like he heard the beat and it was just like, you know, it was speaking, it sparked something. So he kept writing, and then, you know, he wrote what was False Prophets. And then, you know, when he had it, he was like, yo, I gotta lay this shit down.
Right.
But, you know, after he laid it down, I guess he was like, yo, I gotta get Joey's blessing on it.
Which is dope. Okay.
Which is, you know, the reason why I was there in the studio that day. So he was like, look, so I want to play you this record because basically I just want your blessing on it.
Crazy.
And then he played me that, and I was like, wow, like, damn, like, he rapping on my beat and shit. And, you know, asking me for my blessing. I'm like, yeah, bro, like, for sure.
Right.
But, like, you know, to be honest, I didn't know it was going to be like, promoting the album and like, you know, the singer. I didn't know it was gonna be on the radio every day and shit. Yo, that shit is weird, bro. I'm riding through my city. I hear this shit come on. I'm like, oh, they about to play my. Nobody used to tell you it used to be like this. I'm like,
shit.
I'm like, you know what? I got my features all good. That's what held me down. Like everybody was like, yo, you gonna let them steal your beat and shit? I'm like, look, y'all don't know that.
Right.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? So like, and this is way before he even laid the verse for me, you know what I mean? So I already knew off of the strength of that, he was gonna come through with the verse, you know what I mean? So which he did, he actually sent me the verse the day before his album came out.
Wow.
Yeah. And like he was telling me for a minute, he was like, yo, like you the only person I got on my feature list. Like I got you, I'm gonna make it happen. Just wait. Like I gotta, you know, finish my album and shit. And he literally sent the shit the day before his album came out.
Bro, what's that? That's what? Crazy. So does he shoot you a text like, yo, check your email? like what happens when you get that verse?
I'm trying to remember. He might have just sent it because you know you could send the MP3 to the text.
Right,
he might have just did that, yeah. But he sent it, and I'm just like, oh, it's lit. It's lit.
That's dope.
Yeah, I think I was with the homies. I was like, we got the code verse.
We got it.
Like, what kind of say? Did them covert vocals get here yet?
Did them cold vocals come in yet?
It's happening. It ain't top secret no more.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh, and I would like to say that Statik Selektah produced that joint. Yeah, so.
Man, what's that like having such a legendary producer on the road with you?
The track is called Legendary.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
But what's that like, man? Like,
I mean, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Statik, we'll just be having fun, getting drunk one night and wake up and just create some shit. It's dope. It's dope having the people that you make music with around you when you're traveling.
Yeah.
Is really a great feeling.
It's important too because you get to like when you in your vibe, just really get
Family
to it. You know,
True definition, taking your show on the road.
yeah, real talk.
Yeah,
Joey, always a pleasure having you up here, man.
Always.
Appreciate your honesty.
Yep.
Proud of your continued growth, and you know you got a family up here at Power 106. We totally rooting for you, man.
Thank you.
All-Amerikkkan Badass coming out April 7th, which is you know very soon, less than a month away.
It's like 3 weeks,
so it's album time for real.
I'm ready.
Thank you, man, for coming up here, man.
No doubt. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
Joey
you.
Badass, Lift Off, Power 106, #1 for hip hop.
Yep.